add value in terms of player personnel, technical team, and all those things. So it's a very good team.
And then we had Mr. Tabiso here saying that he wants either top 3 or top 4. You can promise him that for the coming season. And he said he's tired of seeing Sanders winning the league for the 7th time in the tour. The expectations are high.
No. Much as they are high, but we also have to be realistic in terms of fairly new team, just 3 years. In fact, it's our 3rd season this season. But we're getting there. What we can promise is chocolate.
And then, does this put much of a pressure to Kanu now? Because, I mean, after so much investment, how much of a support you going to give it? Because it's a new territory for him now. As much as said the club, but the expectations are going to be high for him, and he's still an experienced coach.
Well, this is not about Kanu. Kanu is part of it. So there is no Richards Bay and Kanu. So if there is pressure, the pressure goes to the team, not to Kanu. So it's going to be the pressure to all of us. So we can't say to him as if now there is us and them. So definitely there will be pressure for us to deliver. There will be expectations from you guys and from our supporters. But I think we're equal to them.
You made a very big statement when you're thanking the boys. I think you said move up last season, go playoffs rather, and you said the municipality is not doing you right. Our facilities are where how much of that had a part to play in this situation where a good Samaritan was probably watching and said, let me go through and help those guys? Is it something that has always been coming, or
well, we started talking last season, but obviously last season we had our ups and downs, and we then spoke also this year to say save this club. If we save this club, we can still talk about what we spoke about last season. Fortunately, we were able to save the club. Then we concluded just a week after we saved the club, because as I told you earlier on that it's coming to Richards Bay for big investment. So this is part of social investment from this company.
How big is your relationship with the Parkway Group? I mean, Bob Tabiso himself, is it something that you guys have been having, or he just came through as a business transaction?
You mean personal relationship? This thing of personal relationship these days is a problem. You see, no, there is no personal relationship, but we know each other from business, and fortunately, like I said earlier on, we spoke last year. He started following us while we were in NFP. We spoke about it. He was interested even then, but he was also waiting for his project to be approved. So once it was approved, then he was also happy to come.
Chairman, 100 million is a lot of money. Could you perhaps give us a bit more clarity on how it's broken down, over how many seasons, how exactly the 100 million?
20 million per season goes straight to the sponsorship, which is 60, and 40 is the amount that we want to utilize. Obviously, it won't come to the club. I think we must clarify that before you say I'm working with 100 million. It's 20 million per season over 3 seasons, 3 years, 20, 20, 20. That's 60 million, and then 40 million that we want to build facilities for us to train, gym, like our village. That's what we want to do. So that 40 million is ring fence for that. Once we are ready, then he and his company will do that for us. But it's budgeted for us. But 20 million times 3 will go to the team. So which means this year or this season you'll get 20. Next season you'll get 20. The third season you'll get 20.
Did you have any issues with the PSL in getting the sponsorship? We know that clubs usually encounter a lot of problems when it does come to sponsorship from the league.
I don't know about clubs getting those difficulties. I know about myself that it was a smooth transition. It was approved by PSL. I think it took them 3 days, to be honest, to approve it, because it's a straightforward deal anyway. There is no conflict, so it was a straightforward deal. So let me take this opportunity to thank the chairman of the league and the CEO for being supportive in us getting the sponsor in terms of their support in approving this. No issues.
No jealous in some of the competitors that hey, Jomo no, hey.
Well, I don't know about that, because like I said, we only write to the PSL, and the PSL responded positively. So we are only announcing the sponsor today, so I'm not sure how they can be jealous without them not knowing. So maybe let's see the reaction after this.
And 18 more players after this.
No, we are not. We're only adding 3 players. We do have a team now. We don't sign because now that we have a sponsor, then we knew even before signing that we'll be carrying a sponsor. Today is just a formality. So we are not signing a lot of players. We're only signing 3 players: goalkeeper, striker, and a good winger if we get. If we don't get a good winger, we'll go to a district and get a young boy to do the job. But we're only signing 3 players.
Chairman, just more clarity on where the team is going to be playing home games for the coming season.
Unfortunately, we are back to the very same question where I don't have control where we're supposed to play. I would love to play in Richards Bay. I don't own the facility. The facility belongs to municipality. If they choose not to fast track the construction of facility, then I'm not going to be able to play in Richards Bay. I'll have my plan B, which is at Mlazi, but I can tell you now that's our first home game we play in Mlazi.
What's the latest on the update from the municipality? Because last time they said 80%.
Fortunately, they are here. I think I've said it, if we can have that discussion with them, because I'm tired of saying things which are not being done. So as municipality, MM is here, the mayors are here, so if you can ask them, I think they will be able to give you a proper answer, because if I give you response here, I'll be lying to the community.
Chairman, just the hardships and the challenges of running a team in the PSL, because most people seem not to understand that.
Very difficult, especially if you don't have a sponsor. Let me help you here. I know some of you look at teams like Swallows being sold, then you say, hey, these guys, they pay. But let me tell you something. They were also at some point maybe promised by some people to have sponsors for them to sustain their team. So after it didn't materialize, what else they were supposed to do? You see, sometimes we blame people or we love people because we don't know the hardships they are faced with on a daily basis. You understand? Then you look at people like us. We are working with government, with private sector, but the team relied on us to finance the team. If you are not paid, like for instance, for whatever reason, municipality decides not to pay you, what is going to happen? You understand? So it's very hard, especially if you are relying on your own money from your own pocket. But this will give us relief. It will also give us stability, and we are grateful to have this sponsor.
I know you've been looking Tausana Mtete for some time, and you finally got him now.
Very good player, hard worker. I like him a lot. Not today, I've always liked him. You know it well, and I like him a lot. I'm happy to have him here around as our player.
Chairman, what kept you going after so many years running this team on your own? The family structure, your wife, your children, but you know, the team without any benefit. And what does all this mean to you?
They know my vision. I've shared my vision with them, so they know. So they were in supportive of my vision. They knew that at some point things will be fine. Yes, it's true that there's a lot of money that has been spent in football which was supposed to be spent elsewhere, but we don't regret that because we've made impact in terms of changing people's lives, especially in this area. We are proud of ourselves, so we're happy that we have made a great work in terms of changing the lives of the young people in our country.